Sorry. Okay, so today's dates, don't know off the top of my head, but I know it's 8.5, season 8.5. And it was an overall system overhaul where they changed of
Nine.
what? Is it season 9?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry for the
So
correction.
8.5 was just that dog shit? Okay, so it's season 9, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And 8.5 was like so forgettable and unfun that we all just fucking glazed over it. So the overhaul change to how team-ups work is simply enough that they made it a permanent fixture of every single character to have two team-ups. For example, if I go to swap characters, you can see here I have this icon above my head. I have a magic team-up and a storm team-up. You will always have these no matter what because you were given them. But if you have one of these characters in your game, you get an amped state for your character. Like, that's just a simple basic synopsis of how it works. Now, the whole reason for me making this recording is because everyone online is freaking out because, oh, BP has unreactable combo. BP can kill 300 HP characters, right? And it's like, yeah, like the ability's good, but it's not good for the fact that you can just assassinate people. BP would have already done that. Like killing a Bucky since they removed his grounding has been relatively easy, and Bucky will generate tons of bonus HP. Just speed dash, go up, blah blah blah. Right? Like that's a. Did they nerf Bucky's HP? What the fuck? Okay, no. Okay. So like it's relatively easy to kill a Bucky, right? Even like, oh, I just fucking hit the edge. It's relatively easy to kill a Bucky. Even something like this, and then spin kicking back. Like, it's simple. To me, in my personal opinion, and trust me, I get it. The combo's unreactable. Like, it's fast as shit. Like, this into this into this is insanely fast. Yes, I understand. And for full speed, I'll show. I get the idea that it's insanely fast and it makes people scared, and like that's like boom, he's fucking insta dead. Yes, but supports have so many crazy abilities, you'll be fine. It's okay. And if it comes down to it, you can still just play AoE characters and you'll be okay. Now, for all the BP players, you're going to try to crutch this the same way you crutch your bread and butter. And sure, it's going to work for 250 HP characters, but you have to understand why it's good in the first place. The reason this team up is actually a godsend, and I even like the magic one, is that they're solving the core issues with the character, essentially, by having... Okay, here's the dialogue. Here's the actual, like, genuine belief I have. I think that the devs are not stupid. They just were completely distracted working on this, which would address the core issues of each character. For example, if we go to Moon Knight, Moon Knight has always struggled with being dove. And why? He has two movement abilities. He should be able to get away, right? It's slow. If I'm BP, I will always catch a Moon Knight, right? This jump is predictable. This glide is predictable. This tether is predictable. It's very easy to track. It's not hard to deal with at all. But if Moon Knight has a cloak and dagger team up, he gets an invisible teleport that heals him, which means he's able to play into being dive better. But before, with characters like, I don't know, Black Cat, BP, Spider-Man, you just get farmed on the character, and it made it impossible for them to ever balance the character without addressing that. Because if you balance him by making him do crazy amounts, still a dive victim, and now you just make the lobby worse for everyone. And if you go the opposite direction where you make him survivable, he's still a low skill, spam down main like character. Like you can't have both. But by making it a team up that has, let's see, how much cooldown does it have? 15 seconds. So it's a tool that has to be baited out and is only gotten every 15 seconds. It is something that is indeed strong and can be used in this kit, but it's still not overpowered because it only goes a short distance and heals him a little bit. So any diver who has like the skill to track him and isn't, terrible, will be able to deal with it. it will only stop low-level people, while also helping all Moon Knights out. It's a solution that I think is quite beautiful because of the fact that it finds the core weakness of a person's kit. And every single person has two team-ups. An offensive team-up that solves one part of their kits, and the offensive aspect of making, like, doing damage easier or, like, snowballing easier, or a defensive team-up that helps them with their survivability. It's the same for every single character, or at least, I shouldn't say every single character, because not every character struggled with survivability. Like, there's two core issues or two things that kind of suffered on each character that the devs decided to help out in a way with the team-up system. Now, what was BP's? And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. BP's number one problem is not feast or famine, it's not high execution, it's fucking inflexibility. It's the fact that if I do this and then do this, right, because it's so fast that they literally had to make every healer not 250, they're all 275 now, so this and this doesn't work. Not on any healers. And no one plays Hawkeye, or no one plays Wanda, and all the other DPS have mobility and, like, high damage. So it created a scenario where the only time you would ever be able to instantly kill someone is if they're 250 and or you got a damage boost and you all end on, hold on, let me get my cooldown back. You all end on a suicide combo. I think, like, the chasm. I think it's called the chasm. So, like, if you do spear, dash with a damage boost, I think 8% is the lowest. At 8%, you can one-shot 275. But if you miss, you die. And if you hit it, you die. It's an incredibly toxic gameplay cycle. And it's completely unfavorable for BP. Because, sure, I get a confirmed kill, but I could just be out of the fight the next second. What this does, effectively, the actual, like, explosion marker, because, I didn't even tell you what the ability does. It just explodes and gives a mark and slows people for, like, the base ability. What this marker does, this explosion, it solves a lot of skill points in BP's kit and makes it easier. And I've been saying this essentially the entire time, that if you're going to have a game where BP is mechanically this difficult to be consistent on, and environmentally this difficult to be consistent on, then you have to lower one aspect of his restrictions, which is, one, either his resources, you have to increase them, B, make his downtime less so he can be much more of a character, or C, give him a team up that gives him some other way to play besides I insta-kill. And if you aren't insta-killing on BP, you're doing nothing, right? Now, for example, this is going to be the one-shot combo on 275 that's allowed. I fucked up. I fucked up bad, but you get the point. The idea is that it gives you another resource that allows you to pull it off because you have another thing to get marks. Because you only have 2 spears, so you'd have to claw and then double dash, or do the opposite. And it's like, what's the big deal? It just sounds like the same thing. It's a huge deal. This fucking platform. Hold on, I want to go down here. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. Because I like to think of everything as breaking down into interactions. Everything. Where there's certain interactions you get based on who you're fighting against. For example, if you're him or as BP, there's only one interaction. And it sounds dumb to say, but, like, there's only one. Because as a BP, you should never let him know you're coming. It should always be something like that, where you dive him first, you wait for the cooldown, and then you kill him. What this does is make that 2 interaction the same for literally everyone. Like that 1 interaction, everyone now has a 1 interaction with BP, if he times it correctly. Now, I personally think making it that BP is a one-shotting character again, and really honing in on that, is the best for the character, or I mean, best for the game. Maybe not. I mean, but like you gigabuffed everyone else too. So like in comparison, the buffs to BP are so tame in comparison to everyone else. Like Cloak and Dagger with fucking like May Wall. Like, I mean, like with May Freeze. We have Loki who can just copy dead bodies. We have like Star-Lord having mini Groot ults. Mantis having res comp back and being an AoE healer. Like Thor literally not dying. Like Thor literally not dying and then coming back. Like there's so many crazy things in the game. I fucked up. Oh, I'm still not used to the button. There's so many crazy things in the game to actually look out for. And then you dash back and he's dead. So like, I still think it's incredibly strong that you can do that to someone, especially like Blade, who's 300 HP. Don't misquote me. I still think it's strong. I just don't think the ability is strong or useful because it allows you to do that. I think that's what everyone's focusing on. In all honesty, I think that's very reductive to what the ability did for his kid. Because you have to think, what is this ability? It's an AoE spawning from the center of where I'm at, located-wise, right? What does that mean? Like, why does it matter that it's AoE? Well, how do I mark anyone ever? I either throw a spear, which only affects that local area over there, that I have to aim, which can miss, and I only have 2 of them. So if I miss one spear, and I throw one, hit it, dash, I have to use Spin Kick, which is my get out tool, and then dash, and then I won't be able to kill. Which meant, if I don't have my entire kits against a 275 character, my chances of getting a kill safely are 0, and I would have to overextend and risk my life. Which means you would have to do something like... Oh, he just fucking dies. I'll do something like this, Spin Kick back, claw, dash. And even then on a 300 HP character like Blade, that is nothing. 275, it would kill. Like, oh, boohoo, like, BP has a tough time killing people, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want to hear a BP main talk about tough time killing people. And for the most part, it is a skill issue at certain elos, but it gets tough. It actually gets tough. Like, if we spawn in, let's say, 275. Hold on.
5, 4.
Because now the benchmarker for BP one-shots is 275 with this team up. You just do boop, 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 and they're dead. The fact that it's an AoE means that from right here, you hit both of them. And it's like, so the fuck what? So when you dash through and you're in this position, instead of having to turn around and throw a spear, right, you can dash through and explode, which is huge. It's like genuinely huge. Because there's certain combos where it's like, for example, you can do spear, spear, dash, dash, explosion, right? Which is incredibly risky, but it still works. And it's like, what's the point of it? Like, why don't you just do the regular version? Because you can keep your dash. Because this one doesn't require me to know where they're going. Fucking hell, I missed. This one doesn't require you to know where they're going. Like, you can do... You see what I mean? Like, I didn't see him. And I'm already on my way out. So it allows you for more error, for it to be more forgiving. If I can hit my targets. Right? And this reminds me a lot of a combo where you do spear, dash, dash, spear, and you get to leave. Like, this works perfectly on Moon Knight. I'll show it. Where on 250 HP characters, like, who's the first 250? Spider-Man. Alright. On a character like Spider-Man, I know he would never be on the ground, but it's just 250 HP.
5, 4,
Alright.
3.
If you do spear, dash, dash, spear, it allowed you to outrange the person you're attacking and kill them with the spear while you're backing up to safety. I don't have many like use cases for it, but I've always wanted to do this. Like against a 250 HP character, who like, let's say it's a DPS who can't heal himself, who wants to fight back. This is really fucking cool. But now we have stuff like this. I keep missing. You see, it doesn't do quite enough to just kill. I need to. Fuck! I keep fucking up. You can tell it's my first game on. Jesus. There we go. So you can do stuff like that. In fact, it's even worse, where like you don't have to do that because you have the. So like it's the ability of like the speed. Like yes, it's related to the one shot. But think about it this way: you can cancel all of your abilities with the explosion. Right? You can cancel spin kick, explosion, dash, explosion, ult, explosion, or explosion ult, whatever. Like it allows you to have more control over your character. Where like if there's a thing there, I can look at the ground and go, okay, no, I'm not going in. And he slams. I just wait 5 seconds. And guess what? Since it's a team-up ability, I don't use the core kit that I need to access the game. Like, this is genuinely been the biggest problem for BP, which has been inflexibility. And the second they gave us a tool that was flexible and easy to use, it feels amazing. Like, I don't care if my character's at the bottom of the tier list if he's still fucking playable. Like, truly. Like, it truly never mattered. Like, I actually genuinely didn't care that he was bad. I just cared that in his environment, he was punished and also was held to a high standard. And this also makes it incredibly easy to attack flyers, because now
5, 4,
you have a tool
1.
that can be used in the air. Because like if I'm at a flyer and I have to aim at him and I miss, I'm just like fucking screwed. But I can, let me see, right? If I try to throw a spear, I'll just miss. But I could just jump up, explosion dash, which means it's even stronger with like spin kick into dash, explosion dash, and he dies. Which also means you can save your double jump, explosion, dash. And now you have more access to easy airtime. Because one of the hardest parts for me, as far as like actually touching a flyer, is like you're supposed to do like an initial mark. Let's say I just do that. Okay, let's say I do that. I jump up, dash, spin kick, jump so I can reacclimate where he's at, dash again, right? That's the core thing. I don't have to do that. I actually don't. I just need to do run up the wall, spin kick, turn around, dash, explosion, dash. In fact, if I do it correctly, acclimates. I missed twice. I missed 3 times. Okay, there we go. Let me turn off cooldowns, so this is actually fair. Genuinely how it would go if you don't get the like 3 mark. Something like that. Make sure you actually use your fucking spin kick. Like not your spin kick, your double jump off the wall. To make sure you like hit the stuff you need. Like there, I should save my spin kick. Yeah.
Know your limits.
Alright, cool. So jump, spin kick, dash, jump, splash, there. It just makes it simpler. In fact, even if you wanted to like, let's say you did not have, they did like raw spin kick, dash, explosion, dash, dash. Like you can use it as a way to extend your airtime essentially. And a thing that I think, as far as this ability working, is if it allows you to cancel at the height you need it to be, you are completely a flyer counter. Like I remember when we finally got the omnidirectional like kick, Carcat was like, "Hey, we're a flyer counter now." But like it's true now, because now I can just do this, You know what I mean? Like I could just be up there. Like I don't actually have to. I don't have to try to get height off of a wall because I have multiple resources once I'm already up there. Like I can just directly spin kick up. You know what I mean? Like trying to infinite back onto not waste my time. Like the amount of flexibility you get is insane. And keep in mind, Iron Man's 250. So let's say you did hit a spear like that, you can do dash, dash, explosion. And he's dead. He's just fucking dead. Instantly. So you can do dash. Oh, I missed. You know what I mean? Like you can assassinate them if you do it correctly. Like imagine like a flyer dealing with this. They will not. They'll just fucking die. Like another, I know this is unrelated, but another way you can actually deal with the flyers, alright, is you save your wall run. So you do something like, let's say you get a spear off the wall, dash, and then you land on the wall to run back up, and then you get your spin kick. It allows you to delay, stuff like that. Whenever I get control of this fucking team up button, it's gonna be nasty. Alright, cool. Now it's like, okay, we've covered, it allows you to control your dashes more. It's an AoE, so you can hit people behind you. So an incredibly awkward thing that would happen, right? Especially for like low-level BPs, and that's why I think the update overall has done more helpful things to like the overall communities. Is that, for example, if I'm a low-skill BP, like it's me, I often have trouble with this. If I'm in the heat of the moment and I dash this way, I have to turn around, throw a spear, and then register this, this, and this, right? I have to do multiple steps, right? But if I have the team up selected, I can do something as simple as spear dash, explosion. Next person next to me I see, dash. They're going to have a mark. You don't have to think about it. Whether it's the entire enemy team, one or two people, the people who are right next to you have the mark. The dash. It removes the burden and like the mental frames of having to re-throw the spear and gather targets at the same time. You can just flow stay down. They're allowing you, by adding a resource that removes the burden of aim, have essentially expanded, they've eased the burden, which allows us to flow state more, which makes the game more fun. And like, this is all BP players want to do. We just want to fucking dash all over the place. And this is why my idea was to give him a team up that made him like a support, where he could dash through his teammates to get ult charge. Even if you had to reduce his damage for a bit, it would be fun. It'd be fucking fun. And with this new system now, if you select it, you can have a damage debuff, and it won't ruin the character or be polarizing where every BP has to play the same way. That's the beauty of this. Since it's player expression, you have a choice. If, let's say we had like a Gambit team up, just throwing it out there, where I drop the ability, I like lower my damage by a couple points, but in exchange, I can dash between my teammates without a mark and mark enemies as well. Like I can choose to mark between everyone. So it's not just enemies. I'm dashing between my teammates to heal them, to give myself extra bonus health, to buy time for my spears to come back. Then I spear their team and keep dashing. It wouldn't break the character. You could obviously balance the healing numbers, but it'd be more enjoyable than the way he has been for the past year. It's an interesting idea that like this team up system works perfectly with my idea. Now, what else is there? I mean, yeah, besides spawn trapping and having more flexibility, the overall benefits of having this ability is going to be massive, but it's not going to make it perfect. I promise you, there's going to be, like, I heard someone say, like, yeah, BP's just banned every game. And I'm just like, how? How is BP banned every game if we, let me just pick a random fucking character. Squirrel Girl. Let's see Squirrel Girl, right? I don't even know what her teammate does. Oh, it's just the explosion, right? So if I spawn in and read her description, because I'm pretty sure I saw a one shot on Squirrel. Like I think Squirrel has a one shot now. So it says enhanced when teaming up with the Iron Man using Squirrel Blockade simultaneously fires a missile Squirrel. Wait, like the ults? No, the stun. Oh yeah, it just fires the fucking stun. Oh yeah, that's broken. Listen, that's fucking obnoxious. On a character who can rewind it, that's hilarious. But like, you look at a character like this, and then character like BP is like, oh, this isn't overpowered. That's nothing. And then you look at like, let's grab like a random fucking healer. Ultron. What teammates does he have? Enhanced while teaming on Iron Man, Firewire, powerful homing injuries at enemy range. And Penny Parker. Because I'm gonna be honest, I did see this clip of someone hopping. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. Drones for everyone? Actually crazy. I just think it's one of those things where everyone has something broken and everyone was already above BP. So I don't think giving him another ability makes him too broken. Fucking Spider-Man has Venom team up back. He has Venom team up back. There's so many crazy things in the game. I genuinely do feel like I'm more excited to play every character now than I was, like, honestly, for a year. Like, I appreciate every character's, like, base idea or concept. Maybe playing against them is fucking cringe, but, like, I can appreciate them all. You know what I mean? I'm actually genuinely excited to play every character. Okay, now, for the Magic team up. You're probably, like, listen, my opinion, I truly think people are overrating the potency of the AoE explosion. Right? Because if we finish up by, like, looking at the enhanced version, what does the AoE explosion do when enhanced? All it does is pull them in. Right? Which is gonna take some getting used to, because, like, if you think about it this way, as a BP player, if you pull an entire group of people in towards you, it can fuck with your trajectory and it slows them down. But the reason this is actually busted, like, when people are like, "Oh yeah, this is so crazy, this is so, like, he has one shot." Who gives a fuck about a one shot? All right, that, like, you're probably not gonna get. Okay, let's be honest, you're gonna get one shot. I'm not gonna lie, but like the nastiest part, the reason you want BP gone is that if you are a diver of any kind, right, and you're trying to leave, you cannot. BP will pull you back in. He has strangest pull. Which also means if you're support and you're trying to run away, it yoinks you back in. If you are a tank who's overextended, it yoinks you back in. If you're someone who needs to aim and BP does some bullshit like, remember, because he can cancel it, he can, above your head, pull you up. Like, it's going to fuck with you. That's the part that's broken. The displacement on a character as fast as BP is the broken part. Because even if you're 275, hold on. Even if you're 275 like Bucky, if I do something as simple as, like, spear dash, explosion, dash, it doesn't kill you, but the explosion yoinks you, so you can never hit me in the first place. Or if I don't even use the explosion, I can use it as as a way to, like, fuck with you while above you, which disorients you, applies a mark. Why orient myself to, like, attack you again? Like, this is truly the broken part of it. Because I don't know what you do against a BP that does some shit like this, and you just get fucking exploded. Right? Like, that's a normal combo. But if he did something like this, into dash, explosion, dash, you were never going to hit him unless you got lucky with the aim. like, genuinely. This is fucking crazy. Well, to be fair, I did double dash there. I triple dash, so hold on.
Go!
You have brought shame upon us. Nature's wrath.
Oh, that's even worse, because I just realized, like, after you spin kick, there's a problem with, like, it's still continuing, but since you can cancel it with the explosion, you now can cancel your spin kick, which means you can do that. That's so fucking broken.
Vibranium storm.
You can take, like, so here's the big deal. Here's the big deal. My entire 3 reasons of why the ability is strong is flexibility. It gives you more flexibility. And, like, for ease of combo, stuff like that, gives you more options, more resources, more uptime, right? 2, it's more damage, so BP combos are even crazier. And 3, it's displacement, right? But, like, the speed cannot be like that has to be a 4th point. The speed that it provides, because every single, like, if you're one-shotting a 250, it's spear dash. You have to turn around, spear dash, and at the fastest that looks like this. You see that pause in the middle? Well, with this cancel, it gets rid of that pause, so it is truly unreactable. It's truly unreactable because the pause doesn't exist, right? Even with, like, the spear throw there, it takes time. So if I do this, it's instant. In fact, I can do it instantly after. What's up? Fine, I'll move on. I just had to explain how important it was.
I shall retrace my path and follow it to
I can always just edit it afterwards, bro.
the enemy approaches.
Well, this is just a rough draft. It's just a rough draft, Keith. Well, I was... Oh, okay, I was just trying to, like, talk about my character, though. That's the thing, you know? I mean, I was going to talk about the rest of them later, like, when you weren't here. Besides, that's in the ramble, so I have to get my points out, and then I'll just edit them out later. Alright, anyway, I can explain why the magic one isn't going to be picked unless you're running into, like, a hard counter, like Penny or Thing, in 10 seconds. It's a 30-second cooldown. That's simple. It's just that simple. It's a 30-second cooldown. If it was not a 30-second cooldown, then, it's actually a 35-second cooldown. So it's even longer. So I would excuse... Like, I actually do genuinely think the team up is great. Magic team up has always been great, and they buffed it that when you use it, where you end up, there's a, little mark. But 1, the AoE isn't as big as the other team up, and 2, if we're being completely fucking honest, this is useful for, like, 2 reasons. 1, oh, I'm finna dive. Oh, Thing slam, I gotta leave. Right? That's obviously number 1.
Double KO!
Number 2 is it allows you to dive healers without expending resources. Now, what does that mean? It means that from high ground, I can jump down, dash cloak and dagger, rewind time, she's gonna put bubble up, I just wait here, and my speed's gonna be back by the time that, like, her bubble's over. But if I didn't have the team up, I'd have to do this, or I would have to do this. And those are decently long cooldowns to have gone, which means I have to waste a spear and a spinning kick. But this way, all I have to do is waste a spear and then the team up, and that's it. That's it. Like, it's one of those, like, oh, I have an extra resource, so now I can, whenever your bubble's down, I have all of this available to kill you with. And you can kill through bubble if you're quick enough. Alright? Which explains why, Cloak and Dagger got, like, a ice wall ability. So, it's that sort of thing. I feel like, I've said this before, but if they have the cooldown for it so long, because they don't want you to be able to play into Thing and just make Thing obsolete by just disking out of it every time, then I understand. And keeping it at 35, maybe even lowering it to 30, maybe 20. But like, I get it though. I get it. You don't want like because even if I'm using the storm team up,
With you by
all
my
right.
side,
Even if I'm using the storm team up, a thing stops me there.
far too
All right.
Double kill.
A thing 100% stops me there. I'm fucking up the combo.
That's 3.
Hold on. I need to hit it one more time.
Row.
I low-key prefer without the storm.
5. That's amazing.
Well, no, because then you want to be able to peel for your team. It's just such an awkward thing to have it be tied to Storm. Love you, baby. But it's such an awkward thing to have it tied to, like, to Storm, because that means you're running a Storm as your second DPS for frontline. But then they buff Storm, too, so maybe, I don't know. I've literally haven't played a game on this character yet. I've just been looking through everything. It's been so crazy. But that's pretty much been it. Just all, like, if it's a thing, Penny, Rogue, Angela,
the enemy approaches.
fucking like even a Daredevil, just pick the magic one because if you're being countered, the magic team is gonna help you. If it's just a regular game and you're trying to play it out in snowball advantage and stuff like that and make it away, having access to a one shot for 275, for 250, and 300 is very strong. It's very strong, unbelievably strong. In fact, like, just all around, this team up has what? I think like a 15-second cooldown. 12. So, you're going to have more time. Like, if you pick this team up and a 10-minute block, you're going to get more chances to one-shot people and spawn trap and insta-kill flyers than you are to play into your counter and get something out of it with the magic team up. So just pick this one. Hopefully when they balance these team ups slightly, because they're going to after a month, they're going to have to balance these like stuff out. Hopefully they either they bring down. Hopefully they make the cooldown for the one shot on BP a little bit longer to maybe incentivize you to use the magic one. But that's not really what I would want. I would want them to just reduce the cooldown for the magic one slightly. But if they can't do that because of XYZ reasons, I understand. I just understand. I think if I could ask for anything for the magic one would be if the magic one could refund your resources. So, like, here's my idea. Magic one applies marks at the end, but change the bonus or change the enhanced state. Like, change it that instead of it being, or even include it that instead of it like just being, hey, you can cancel the team up whenever you want. Make it so that whenever you throw resources, if you have those resources whenever you rewind it to, you have them again. So that means you can all in like spear dash, spin kick, dash, rewind, and you'll have both your spears, both your spin kicks. Both your spears, your spin kick, and your dash. So that means like you could have a BP do like spear dash, spin kick, dash, fucking dash, alt, dash, spear, dash, spin kick, dash, pretend I did the team up instead of alt. And then you have all of it back again. The uptime would be crazy. It would be crazy because you wouldn't pick the magic team up to play into your counters exclusively. You would play it for, I need to be active in this block. I want to be consistently and perpetually on top of them applying pressure, while the other one would be, I'm just trying to assassinate people. I'm looking for the right moment, right? They would both increase your uptime, but I get if you make them both increase uptime, you're iffy. Where like essentially they do the same thing but in different ways. I kind of like the magic one refunding materials back. Maybe not dash, maybe your spear, maybe your spin kick, but I think dash would be sick. I think if I miss a dash, I should get a magic disc out and be like, oh, I got my dash back. Let me try that one more fucking time. And if I miss it a second time, I deserve the instant. Yo, bro, hard coded in the game. If you dash, miss, spin kick, teleport back, dash again, and you miss, you should just fucking insta die. You should just lose, just instantly die. I think that'd be funny as fuck. But that's all. That's all I have to say. If I say any more, I'd just be rambling. All right, goodbye.
We are in the front.